The phrase hat-trick first arose in 1858 when English cricketer H.H. Stevenson took 3 wickets in 3 consecutive deliveries. In appreciation of his achievement, fans held a collection for Stevenson, and with the money raised, they bought him a hat, and thus hat-trick was born. More than a century and a half on since the phrase hat-trick was coined, it's still being used to describe a trio of positive achievements in sports such as ice hockey, darts, poker, and of course, football. The Guinness Book of World Records currently recognises Alex Torr's 70-second hat-trick as being the quickest in the history of the game. However, given as that was scored at a Sunday League level, we're only going to be looking at those scored in professional football. So with that being said, here are the 7 fastest hat-tricks of all time. Quickest hat-trick in the Football League, 2 minutes and 30 seconds. This was done by James Hayter. The 38-year-old striker spent 19 years in the Football League with Bournemouth, Doncaster Rovers and Yeovil, and his speedy hat-trick came with his first club, Bournemouth. Hayter was introduced as a substitute with just 6 minutes left on the clock, and he managed to bag a hat-trick in just 2 minutes and 30 seconds as the Cherries romped home 6-0 winners over Wrexham. The 3 strikes saw Hayter beat Jimmy Scarf's record, which had stood for more than 50 years. However, some still claim that Scarf's record is still intact, with him scoring them faster than 2 minutes and 30 seconds as officially recorded. Fastest international hat-trick, Abdul Hamed Biswani, 1 minute and 57 seconds. Plenty of players have scored hat-tricks at international level, but none of them hold a candle to how fast this Egyptian man scored his 3 goals. In a World Cup qualifier against Namibia, he netted 3 times in just 1 minute and 57 seconds. So what happened to him after this, you ask? Did he become a legend in Egypt? Well, he only managed to win 13 caps for Egypt and didn't score in a single game after this astonishing hat-trick. Quickest Champions League hat-trick, Bafétimbi Gomez, 7 minutes. It is somewhat ironic to call this a quick hat-trick compared to the others on this list. The quickest Champions League hat-trick is considerably slower than any of the records in any other competitions. And it's Swansea forward, Bafétimbi Gomez, who holds the record in Europe's most prestigious club competition. He hit a hat-trick in just 7 minutes, either side of half-time, for Lyon against Zagreb in 2011. Before that, the fastest hat-trick in the Champions League was actually scored by Mike Newell for Blackburn, and that was a perfect hat-trick, with his right, left and with his head. But that was done way back in 1995 and was 9 minutes. Quickest Premier League hat-trick, Sadio Mane, 2 minutes 57 seconds. The fastest hat-trick in Premier League history should still be fresh in your minds, having only come a couple of years ago, courtesy of Sadio Mane, now of Liverpool but then of Southampton. The Senegalese wide man absolutely smashed the previous record, which was held by Robbie Fowler, scoring a sensational 2 minute and 56 second hat-trick against a really shockingly bad Aston Villa side. Quickest hat-trick in British football, Tommy Ross, 1 minute and 30 seconds. The prolific inside forward turned out for likes of Ross County, Peterborough, York and Wigan, but bagged the speedy trio of goals at his best spell at Ross County. Tommy Ross was just 18 when he smashed this record back in 1964 in a match against Narn, and it's now considered to be the official fastest hat-trick of all time. However, it didn't actually appear in the Guinness Book of World Records for nearly 40 years because the goalkeeper was the only official timekeeper that day, so Ross assumed that he was ineligible to apply to the Guinness World Records. The unofficial fastest professional hat-trick, Magnus Arvidsson, 1 minute and 29 seconds. The quickest off the mark in the history of the professional game, beating Tommy Ross by a whole second, was scored by Magnus Arvidsson. However, the Guinness Book of World Records do not acknowledge it as being one of the fastest hat-tricks of all time. Still though, a hat-trick in 1 minute and 29 seconds is nothing to scoff at. And he did that achievement for IFK Hasselholm in 1995 against Bulls. The fastest hat-trick by a goalkeeper, Jose Chilavert, 37 minutes. Okay, so 37 minutes is hardly fast, but when it's a goalkeeper scoring the goals, that's pretty quick in our book. Unless of course you're playing sweeper keeper back in the playground. However, the mental Chilavert was the man who netted 3 times, all from the penalty spot, for Vélez against Ferro Carril Oeste in November 1999. And that's our list. How fast have you scored a hat-trick? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe. In fact, we've actually started a new channel called Footy Feed. We're going to bring you the latest transfer news, discussion, debate and everything in between. So be sure to check it out.